Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a review of the new MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. I'm not sure how long this product has been out, but not too long. I have been seeing a lot of videos starting to pop up with reviews of this product and first impressions and demos. I have not watched any of them because I like for my reviews to be not kind of jaded or manipulated in any way by watching other people's videos, because sometimes, have you ever done this where you really like something and then you go see reviews of it or watch reviews or read reviews and then suddenly you're like, oh, maybe that person's right, I don't know, oh yeah, that's true, and so suddenly your opinion changes. So I want my opinion to be just solely based on what I have seen, my thoughts as I've been using it. And I am not a huge fan of first impressions for foundations because a lot of us, it takes a couple days, a couple different tries to see if, how long it really wears on our skin. If we do different things on different days, well, I've worked this day and it wore well, or I was in this kind of lighting, or I was in this kind of doing this type of activity. And I like to try different ways to apply a foundation. I like to see if I'm going to break out, any type of reaction to it. So when I do these reviews, I like them to be all-encompassing, very comprehensive, try to answer all of your questions in kind of one, hopefully 15-minute or less video. I was not a real fan. Let's start with the old Pro Longwear. Looking on their website, I believe it's not being discontinued. It's still available. So I forgot to ask the guy at the pro store where I bought it if the original was being discontinued. I don't know. Basically, I was not a huge fan of the Pro Longwear. It seemed, even though I'm very oily skinned, I didn't like the way it blended on my face. I tried multiple types of applications and I just didn't feel like it just almost dried too quickly. And it's been so long since I used it, I'm just trying to go by memory about why I didn't like it. I just remember it didn't blend well on my skin. It didn't leave a nice finish on my skin. Now I have read reviews of that one on MAC.com and they're really good. So maybe I'm just weird, but I just know I didn't like it. And I really do like the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I've mentioned before that I have this in multiple shades ranging from NC20, NW20, NC30, NC40. I tend to mix them a lot depending on what my skin tone is. So I really like this one. I know a lot of people don't like this one. They feel like it breaks them out or it's too thick or heavy. I personally love it. I think it photographs great. I think it just leaves your skin very, very flawless. It doesn't, if you're oily, definitely you need powder and you definitely need to blot, but it doesn't tend to break up on my skin. It wears for a really long time. So I thought, well, really nothing can beat, as far as with MAC foundations, nothing has ever beaten my Studio Fix Fluid. I really love that. And I love that I can get a pump for it, and it has an SPF 15, but for some reason it doesn't really flash back in photos, not that I've seen. I tend to wear a darker color of foundation when I know I'm going to be photographed, and I blend it down my neck, and I'll use like a body bronzer because I just like to appear more tan in photos, and I hate when I see pictures of people with their face like ghost white and their body is tan, and it just throws out the whole photo and it just looks ridiculous. And I have like some, not friends because I would tell a friend, but acquaintances where I see their pictures on Facebook and I just want to say, what foundation are you using? And try to help them so those pictures, don't end up looking like that. So anyway, so I've been really in love with this for a long time. And then I saw this one, and let's go by the price. The price is $32 for 0.84 fluid ounces. So it is not a full fluid ounce, whereas the MAC Studio Fix Fluid is 1 full ounce, and I believe this is 27 versus 32. So ounce per ounce, this is definitely more money. Packaging wise, obviously you can see it's not like a luxurious packaging, but it has a nice squeeze tube, which I find, very hygienic. I like that. I like that a lot. Now when I was at the store, well, first of all, the color range, I believe there's 16 shades, and I will verify everything down below. I did verify before, but then, I don't know, my brain lately, very forgetful. So I think there's 16 shades. I went in asking for to see the NC25, NC30, because like I said, in the Studio Fix, I tend to blend NCs and NWs or 2 shades, but I just wanted to buy one that day. So he showed me the NC25 and he showed me the NC30, and I thought, oh gosh, they looked really light to be an NC30. So I said, do you have the NC35? And he brought it to me and I said, oh yeah, that looks more like it. I'm like, these just tend to look really, they look really light, don't they? And he said, yeah, they run a little bit lighter and they're a little bit warmer toned. So I'm gonna show you, I do happen to have NC35 Studio Fix Fluid. So I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna pump a little bit on my hand. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the NC35 in the Pro Longwear Nourishing. So let's see. Can we see? I have some leftover makeup on my hand, I think. So let's see. Hopefully you can tell that one is definitely warmer. This one is the Studio Fix Fluid. So that actually is more yellow and darker NC35. Oh, my hair, isn't that lovely? Okay, so the yellower one is NC35 Studio Fix Fluid, and then the lighter and more neutral one is the, well, at least it's more neutral on my hand. It's coming up a little bit, actually like almost pinker on the camera for some reason, but it's actually much better suited for my skin tone than the NC35. I only wear the NC35 Studio Fix Fluid when I've been self-tanning or wear a body bronzer. So he said these ran warmer, but I'm seeing that the Studio Fix Fluid is a little bit more yellow. So if you are an NC35 in the Studio Fix Fluid, you need to go darker in this because this will be probably too light for you. Because I have it on now and yeah, they definitely run a little lighter. The consistency is very similar. The Studio Fix Fluid is a little bit runnier. This is a little bit more creamy, a little bit more whipped. The makeup artist at MAC told me that he did not like to use a beauty. I asked him, I said, what's your favorite application? He said just do a fiber brush. And I tried it, do a fiber brush, and I tried it with a beauty blender. And I personally like a beauty blender application, a damp beauty blender application. He also said you can use it with just your fingers. And I found that it wasn't like an extreme difference using the brush versus the beauty blender. I tend to get the same amount of coverage. And I don't know, I liked the beauty blender. He said he didn't really like it because he felt like it gave a texture to the skin, but I didn't find that at all. I felt like it was a beautiful finish right off the bat. It gives absolutely medium coverage well, it's a damp beauty blender. Medium coverage with a beauty blender. Medium to full if you use your fingers. It can be built to full coverage. So what I've learned on now my 4th day of applying this foundation, I use a beauty blender, and then in the areas that I have more discoloration from past breakouts, obviously you can use a concealer, but this is meant to be a concealer as well. So, or can be used just as a concealer. So I put this all over my face with a beauty blender, and then I took my fingers and I patted it in the areas that I felt like I needed more coverage. And that worked beautifully. So as in the opposite of what happened with the Clinique Perfecting 2-in-1, concealer, I didn't have a really good experience with that one as far as, it made me really oily and kind of felt heavy. This one does not. This one really, overall, is a beautiful foundation, in my opinion. Definitely for somebody who is oily. It is oil-free. It does claim to be waterproof. I have not gone swimming in it or anything, or been caught in the rain in it. It's been a little weird here in Las Vegas. We've had some really cool days, so I haven't been in my pool just yet. And then as far as like rain, we don't really get a lot of that. But it also says 24-hour wear, and I mentioned that in other Longwear videos. I never wear my foundation for 24 hours, but I do wear my foundation for about 12 hours on most days. And the days that I have been trying this foundation, I was working, and a lot of you know I'm a makeup artist, so I'm face to face with a lot of people all day long, and they're looking right at my skin. And I don't have the best skin. I mean, I really spend time working on my skin, years of trial and error on different products, and for people to say my skin looks really nice, or oh, your skin looks great, or what foundation do you have on, that really speaks to how good a foundation is to me. Because if I wear a foundation and I can't sell any foundation that day because people are like, oh, or they don't say anything about my skin, it doesn't mean the foundation is bad, but when people do compliment me on my skin, I know that it's not my skin, it's the foundation that they're complimenting, because it just makes my skin look so nice. So this really does make my skin look nice. It is a satin finish, so it's not a flat matte finish, which is my problem with some of the Longwear matte finish foundations that the finish can be a little flat. This one is a satin finish. I do get shiny, but it doesn't break apart on me. So I still have to blot, but not a lot. Really definitely less than I have to do with the Studio Fix Fluid. Probably on par with like the Infallible 24-hour that I really like. I have a review of that. I really like that one, but this one I like a little bit better. I find the color to be a good match for me, and I just love the consistency, and I just love how it looked the same from when I put it on in the morning to when I came home at night. And then Friday night I went out to dinner afterwards, and I came home about 9:30 and my face still looked good. You know, not like amazing, but good. So just for that, for foundation to hold up on my oily skin all day long, I really give this one like 2 thumbs up. Now, dry skin. I haven't, I just got it. I haven't used it on any clients yet. I haven't used it on any clients with dry skin, so I'm not really sure. I think it would probably work okay because I know drier skins really like that creamier kind of whipped consistency versus, something that's gonna feel tight, and this consistency is just really, really nice. And it will definitely wear a long time on your skin, and it'll definitely give you good coverage. That said, if you are a tinted moisturizer wearer, if you wear very, very minimal foundation, while this doesn't feel heavy on the skin, I wouldn't say it's the most natural looking foundation ever. I'm kind of torn on this one because I did get lots of compliments on my skin. People would say, oh, your foundation looks great. They did say your skin looks great. So I guess it looks sort of natural. I would say as natural as Studio Fix Fluid is gonna look. They're not one of those like second skin foundations, just totally melts into your skin like the Dior one, the Nude Air, which I thought blended in with the skin beautifully and left a supernatural finish. I unfortunately couldn't wear that because of breakouts in the fragrance. This has no fragrance, so love that. Well, does it? No, I mean, not really. I don't really think MAC is really into like the fragrance like a Dior or a Lancome or a Chanel in their products. So I wish they would get away with those fragrances in everything pretty much, but that's just my opinion. So overall, this foundation, let's go through it again. Color range, 16 shades, a little pricey per ounce considering you're not getting a full ounce. I believe they want you to use, less. I guess they're thinking like less is more, but I'm not really finding that. I'm still having to go maybe like 3 drops, 3 decent sized drops to do my whole face, plus going in and then touching up. So I have a feeling I might go through this pretty fast. So it's definitely not cheap. I definitely would recommend it for those with oily skin, combination skin, definitely for the summertime. If you live in a humid climate and your foundation doesn't stay very well, then this will be great for you. What else can I say about it? The wear time was amazing. I got such a great wear time out of it, and that's it. Again, my color is NC 35. I do find that they run a little light. So if you can go to a counter, that is what I suggest. Or, watch other people's reviews, see what they say. This was just my thoughts. I swatched NC 20, NC 25, NC 30, and NC 35, and they all, to me, looked quite light from what I'm used to as far as MAC's other foundations. So if you didn't like MAC's Original Pro Longwear, then I do recommend also giving this one a try. If you like Studio Fix Fluid, give this one a try. If you like Double Wear from Estee Lauder, give this one a try. If you're a tinted moisturizer wearer and that's all you wear, not so sure that you're gonna love this, but because it is a foundation. So that's it. I hope I covered everything, and if I didn't, please ask me and I will be happy to answer. And on a final note, just like little subscriber type things, I really want you to let me know if you have asked me if you have a channel and you wanted me to subscribe, or if you have an Instagram that you want me to follow you on and I haven't done that yet. It's basically because, I don't even have like thousands and thousands of subscribers, but I kind of get lost in the whole notification thing as well. I don't see every notification. Sometimes it doesn't let me reply to certain people. So just send me a direct message on Instagram, @RisaDoesMakeup is my name on Instagram. And send me a direct message, be like, hey, I have a channel, I'd love it if you subscribed, and I most definitely will. I'm all about sharing the love, sharing, everybody's out there. If you're doing videos, or if you're on Instagram, trying to get noticed, I am happy to support you as you support me. So that's all. Just everybody have a great day, and I hope this was helpful, and please subscribe and thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you very soon.